Hi guys. Just let me open Twitch. Because once again, my chat is not working, but we're here. I know I'm late. It made me upset too. But we will carry on as always. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Tristan, honestly, it's so good to see your name back in this chat. Seriously. Feeling the love, man. What's up, Death? Hey guys, let me just set up my little chat on my phone here beside me so it's easy to read, and we will carry on. Hello, Kevin. Welcome, welcome all. Okay, so doing another version of a roulade today. So we did a chicken one before, sous vide. We're gonna do pork today. Kind of same method, just different ingredients and obviously different sides. I am using pork tenderloin, so really nice and tender cut of pork for this. So we'll definitely benefit from being sous vide. It should stay nice and moist as well, because that's always the kind of issue that we have with pork tenderloin is it dries out really, really fast, which is not good and not as delicious. Why not have a second computer to see the chat? Because I don't have any more cords that I'm able to run everywhere. We honestly don't know what's going on with Google Chrome and my Twitch chat, but it's fine. We're going to deal with it. Sam said he's just going to build me a PC when we move to deal with all of our MacBook issues. So that is fine by me. Okay, so with our roulade, so we are going to make kind of a mushroom duxelle, I guess. Very, very similar to what we did for our beef Wellington. So we're gonna blitz those up and then cook them with some herbs and garlic. And then that way we're gonna get out as much moisture as possible from the duxelle so that it doesn't make our roulade watery, and everything will kind of stay together. I think I'm gonna tie it as well on stream today just to show you guys the technique. I haven't done it in a long, long time, so it might take me a couple tries to get it right, but I think I remember how to do it correctly. Ermagerd, Mia, hello. So happy you're here. Okay, so other sides, we are doing some classic scalloped potatoes, also known as gratin dauphinois. So we're going a little bit French today. And then just gonna saute up some sprouted broccoli with French herbs. So here is the broccoli that I'm losing currently. But it's very like leafy, and then it just has really small florets in the center part. Never cooked anything like this yet, so interested to see how it tastes, to be honest. And then I'm gonna be using the herbs from this little grinder. It's actually from France. So I decided, well, I might as well just use all of these up for our broccoli. And I thought that would be delicious. I know, Mia. Tristan's back. See how excited we are? I know. I told you we got sad. Okay, so, and if we have time, the last thing we're going to do today, well, we'll see how it goes. I want to make an eggplant kind of style of hummus. So I made moussaka last week, had a ton of leftover eggplant and zucchini sliced. And instead of letting them rot in the fridge, I think I just want to roast them up in the oven and make kind of like a baba ganoush / hummus deal for snacks. So I'll probably get the eggplant roasting early on just so it has time to brown up and all that delicious stuff. So timeline, probably will take you about 2.5 hours to prep all of the things. The pork sous vide for an hour and a half in itself. So give yourself obviously enough time to prep the filling and tie it up properly. And then we also have to sear it off real quick after it comes out of the sous vide, just because we don't want to eat kind of like soggy and wet pork tenderloin. You want to make sure you get it nice and browned on the outside, because that will give you a lot more flavor as well. The potatoes take about an hour to make in total, so not a lot of time to prep initially, but they do bake for about 45 to 50 minutes in the oven. And then the broccoli takes the least amount of time to cook, probably about 15 minutes from the time we prep it to cook it. And we're just gonna saute it today. Typically I would like blanch it off first, but I think it'll go really nice just sauteed in a pan with olive oil and the herbs. Probably do just a little spritz of lemon at the end as well to keep it nice and bright, since our scalloped potatoes are gonna be quite rich. So you want to keep everything balanced. All right, ingredients. So everything was posted last night just because I went to the farm this morning and didn't have time. So trying to stay ahead of the game. I'm doing 2 pork tenderloins, about 3 cups of mushrooms that we're gonna blitz up, and then thyme, rosemary, sage, and garlic for the aromatics in our mushroom duxelle. And obviously just some salt and pepper and olive oil to finish it off. The scalloped potatoes, we are gonna be making a massive pan. So good old 13 by 9 glass baking dish. I mean, if you have a metal dish too, I'm sure that would work just fine. So we're gonna need butter. I need to go grab an onion and some garlic real quick still. I haven't gotten that out. We're gonna need a little bit of flour because I believe we do make kind of a bechamel to start these. Yes. So we're gonna make the bechamel. Make sure it's nice and thick before it even goes in with the potatoes, and then that way we won't have soupy scalloped potatoes later on, which is a must. You guys need to make this right or else it just does not taste the same. We're gonna use milk to make our bechamel, as well as a little bit of chicken or vegetable stock. And then about 4 pounds of potatoes, it's said, but these are Yukon Gold. I'm using massive russet potatoes today, so we're gonna peel these up. I have 7 of those that I just kind of laid them out in the pan and measured them that way to make sure it would all fit. And then obviously we will need some cheese. So 2 cups of cheddar cheese and then half a cup of parm. That sounds amazing. Definitely not a healthy dish, but who cares? It's gonna taste delicious. Do I like Dauphinoise potatoes? Yes. It's delicious. Death, you're eating a variety of foods. I got nothing on you. Coleslaw with sriracha cheesy garlic potatoes. Yum, dude. Did someone say onion? Yes, we did. Okay, so order of prep. Let's heat our oven to start. So I can turn that to probably about 400 Fahrenheit right now while we keep talking. And then we are going to blitz our mushrooms first and then cook them, because we will want to get the pork tenderloin into the sous vide quite early. You could also do this as a roast in the oven, and I think it would probably take you about 25 minutes to roast it in the oven if you want to do it that way, which is not very long compared to an hour and a half. Obviously, it's not going to taste quite the same, but close enough. We will have to butterfly our pork tenderloin, so I'm probably going to slice it to about like 1/3 of an inch thick, just so we can roll everything up really nice in it. And then we are going to heat up our sous vide, put the pork in, and let that go. That way we don't really have to worry about it for at least an hour and a half, which is super nice. And then we're gonna prep our sauce for the scalloped potatoes. I'm not gonna slice the potatoes first, guys. This is important because we don't wanna put our potatoes into any water after they're sliced. We wanna keep all the starch on the potato so that it helps keep the sauce really nice and thick. If we wash all the starch off, it's just gonna stay thin and soupy and not the same. So we'll slice our potatoes right before it's time to put everything together, make up the casserole dish with the cheese and all the delicious stuff, and then just quickly prep our broccoli. I think I just have to trim off the stems a little bit. I might cut it down a bit further. Haven't really decided how I want to do it yet. And then lastly, our eggplant hummus. So gonna be using the food processor a bit today, I think. I'm gonna use it to blitz the mushrooms, to slice the potatoes for me, so that saves me some time. Hopefully it works. I have never really used that function on this before. And then we're just gonna use it once again to blend up our hummus at the end. Crazy stuff today. You're not fat, I won't judge you. Tristan, Lucky Charms, delicious. Okay, real quick, gratin dauphinois fun facts. So a French dish of sliced potatoes baked in milk from the Dauphine region in southeast France. There are many variations of the name of the dish. So obviously scalloped potatoes is like the white people version, let's say. The American version. And the first mention of the dish is from July 12th, 1788. It was served at a dinner for the municipal officials of the town of Gap. All right. So preparation, obviously, it's made with raw potatoes that are sliced thin and then cooked with a kind of milky sauce. We're just gonna jazz it up a bit today. I mean, I think it'd be pretty plain if we just did potatoes and milk and butter and garlic. So I do love the aspect of adding onion and cheese. I mean, who wouldn't love that aspect, right? Okay, so oven's heating up. Let's blitz up our mushrooms to begin, and then we will carry on, guys. You're 145 pounds, Death? I'm like inching my way up to you. I'm catching up. All right, first things first. We are going to deal with our mushrooms. I'm using cremini mushrooms today. So we just want to make sure that they're nice and clean before we blitz them. Oh, Posh's little dragon is in the stream over there. She's hilarious. Flower whale, welcome. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of rub off any of the dirt slash poop that is on these guys from when they were picked. So far, they are looking pretty good. Poop shrooms, my fave. I'm short. Yeah, I'm only like 5'4", 5'4.5". And guys, the garden was, or the farm was so much fun again today. I got to actually like work beside someone instead of working by myself. So I met a girl named Tani who is Colombian, but she's been in Canada for quite a while already. And she just actually lives in a van just in the town called Machosen, which is where the farm is. So she worked at the farm last season to kind of like volunteer and try it out. So she's back this season, like actually working and getting paid. And she is like vegetarian, but she says she eats meat sometimes. So I'm gonna see if I can get her to come here and like cook with me one day. Because she really, really loves food, like all of you guys. Like, that's all we did today while we worked was like talk about food and different cooking shows and stuff. So it's always good to meet new people. Considering I'm not like a huge people person, but you always know like when you click with someone, then you're like, yeah, this is good. Ignored. I'm sorry that I had my head down and I'm prepping. Believe me, I always follow up and see who I missed. So I hope you don't feel ignored. Thank you for the follow, Flower Whale, and welcome. Tristan, you're still keeping me on my game. I love it. But yeah, typically if I don't see your follow, it just means either I had my back turned or I was just looking down for that sec. But carry on. Guys, I gotta wash my poop fingers. I know I said they weren't very dirty, but my fingers say otherwise. So yeah, Tanny said that she would come over and like teach me how to make arepas and like all this amazing Colombian food. I was like, I'm in. Hell yeah. Okay, let's go over here. Make sure everything is good. And we're just gonna start to dump our mushrooms in. It's gonna be a full one. We'll probably just pulse it a little bit to start. Just to make sure the bottom stuff doesn't get like too mushed up before the top stuff. Just grab a spatula. Please work. Yeah. The sound of this thing seriously just kills me every time I use it. Give it a little shaky shake. We're almost there, guys. Uh-oh. Giving me ish now. Why? Why, world? Okay, it doesn't seem to want to blend these like 7 mushrooms here, so I'm just gonna pour it out into a pan and then blend it, whatever is left over. Crazy stuff, seriously. This thing is not my friend. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, what the hell? Death, what's on the menu today, man? What are you making? Seems like quite a large amount of mushrooms here, guys. Maybe I shouldn't have blitzed them all. I guess whatever leftover duck cell there is, I guess I could just put it into the hummus. And then this will cook down quite a bit too. Just because mushrooms do have a lot of moisture in them. Let's do this. I will have a garden. Hey, Camus, what's going on? Yeah, Tristan, we're actually just gonna start planting our seedlings pretty soon here. And then we'll just do a little transfer over into the actual garden plots once they're built. So Francois has to just like build the raised beds. And then we're also gonna do a really cool version of, it's like self-watering almost. So you have these like tubes underneath the garden that you just fill up with water, and then it slowly just sucks up the water. And then you can't overwater them either because there's a drainage tube. So if it rains too much, your garden won't get like too wet, which is really good for out here because we typically do get like a bunch of molds and stuff later in the season when it starts to cool off. Lamb roast, that sounds so good. Ginger, welcome back, man. Glad you're here again. We're just blitzing up some mushrooms. Looks good. So I'm just gonna rinse this out because we're gonna do potatoes in it next. We wanna just keep everything nice and clean. We don't want any mushrooms in our scalloped potatoes. And then we're just gonna start cooking this mushroom mixture. Probably just gonna transfer it to a larger pan so it cooks faster. And then while this is cooking, we're gonna chop up our herbs and our garlic and all of our aromatics to add in at the end. Let's do this one. Hey, that looks better. Yeah. Yeah, happy robot. What's up, Parodian? Okay, so let's do a little double cam action so we can watch all of the things going. just gonna put a little bit of olive oil into the pan with the mushrooms so they don't stick too much. And then I'm gonna season them at the end. Probably just leave the oil, salt, and pepper out for now as well. Okay, so here's all the fresh herbs that I just picked before the stream. We're gonna deal with those in a sec. Just let me rinse off our little food processor. Looks like hamburger. I mean, that's what they do make some veggie burgers out of, is like a mushroom puree of sorts. So it does make sense, Tris. It totally does. And then after our herbs are processed, we're gonna season up that eggplant and then throw it in the oven to start roasting. Okie doke. Handy dandy wooden spoon. Okay guys, it's go time. Just going to grab some garlic and an onion. Probably only gonna do like 3 small cloves of garlic with this. Do our little smashy smash, and then we'll just use the garlic press to mince it in at the end. If we add this too early, it's just gonna burn while the mushrooms continue to cook, so we don't want that. That's not gonna happen today. There's a famous YouTuber that lives here. Oh my gosh, Kay. On that note, did you hear about the shooting at YouTube headquarters? Like, what is going on with that? I just saw the post in Sushi Day's Discord about like shots fired at YouTube headquarters, and like people are barricading themselves in the office and stuff. I haven't looked any further into it, but if any of you have heard anything, let me know what's going on. And who is it, Tristan? Who is this famous YouTuber? So just a couple leaves of sage there, just because it is quite a strong herb. We'll go a little bit heavier on the thyme, keeping the rosemary light as well. You still want to be able to taste the meat, right? The shooter is dead. Oh my god, Mia. Like, what is going on? Damon. Oh, he's like a car guy. But like, seriously, guys, what is going on in the world right now? Are you just all gonna like shoot each other until there's no one left? Makes me so sad, honestly. Just picking the stems from the herbs. Probably not gonna use all of this time. I think that's enough. Only in America. It's true, Mia. I must say I feel like very safe on the island. Like not much happens here except like car accidents. Okay, our mushrooms are slowly cooking. Starting to turn color. Just a rough chop on our herbs, guys. You don't need to go too fine. The YouTuber lives, I'm gonna guess, in Bear Mountain. Yeah. I know someone that lives up there. But I'm not gonna say any names. I know exactly where that is. That's like about half an hour from me, Trist. Really, really nice area, though. There's some fancy houses up there. Rosemary is like the most difficult thing to chop in my mind, just because it tends to like fly everywhere. As soon as you touch it, it's just like pff, explosion. Okay, that's done. So all of our herbs will go in at the end with the garlic. And then we'll just get them fragrant. And then take it off of the heat. And we'll do our eggplant just on some sheet pans. And I'm just gonna use the silk pad sheets. For some non-stick action. And this also helps so that you don't make a mess of your pan. So if you do everything right, you should have a nice clean pan underneath this. And that way you don't have to be stuck washing a ton of dishes. Guys, what kind of spices should we put with the eggplant? Should we go like more Middle Eastern with this hummus? Okay. That's actually a good idea, Tristan. Okay, this is for your welcome back stream. I'll put some lemon pepper onto some of the eggplant. So I think that's actually a really good idea, dude. I'm into it. For once in my life. No need to even ask. Lemon pepper is the answer every time. These ones just have a little boo-boo on them. I'm just gonna cut it off. But other than that, for this being like over a week old now, I think this stayed really well in the fridge. Considering eggplant usually turns brown like as soon as you cut it. Just kind of lay everything out. Hopefully I can fit everything on these 2 trays. Let's see. Let's see where we end up. I guess if it's overlapping a little bit, that shouldn't matter too much. Just gonna get it mushy and like slightly charred. And then blend it with some chickpeas and other seasonings. Super Kates, hello, welcome in. How's your day going? Honestly, I can't believe like Tuesday is almost gone. These weeks are just flying by, guys. Before we know it, we're gonna be like in a new house. It's crazy. It was a lady? That's nuts. Gotta watch out for those women. You never know what they're gonna do. Hey. So we're gonna do a little refill of our oil drizzling bottle. Fresh out. No, it's okay, guys. I bought a backup one yesterday. Don't you fret. And then I think I'm gonna do some like cumin on the eggplant as well for seasonings. Take a drink of the oil? Man, I don't think so. I think I'm good. Water though. Water sounds delicious. I haven't had coffee or tea in like 3 days. And honestly, like my body wants it so bad, but I'm just not gonna do it. Because surprisingly, I do have a ton of energy. Like the opposite of things happen when I drink coffee and tea. It's not fair. Like it does not give me superpowers. It just makes me worse. Okay, here are the lemon pepper eggplant going down for Tristan. Oh God, I put quite a bit there. Okay, finally used that on something, dude. We did it. What else did we have in here? We have a piri-piri Portuguese. Let's do this one. I think it sounds good. Like onion, garlic, carrot, tomato. It just says spices and herbs, including red pepper. So it's like kind of spicy, but super flavorful. So that's what I'll do the other tray. And hopefully those blended together with chickpeas taste delicious. Guess we'll see what happens. The mushrooms are almost done, guys. Just if you're wondering. I have not forgotten about them. Okie dokes. So let's set a timer for those. Let's do 20 minutes. Okay, so can you see the mushrooms are kind of starting to stick to the bottom of the pan? That's good. That's what we want it to do, because that means we're cooking out all of the liquid. So we're not going to have like any watery mushroom mixture in the middle of our pork tenderloin. So next up, we got to put our minced garlic in, along with our herbs. And Tristan, I know you're gonna like this, but I'm doing a apron giveaway. So I talked to my little apron maker, and he said he's gonna make one up for us with my logo embroidered on it. So the Cook with Kate logo, and then he'll make one for me. And then he's also gonna give me one to give away to you guys. So whenever it's ready, we'll do like a month-long kind of giveaway challenge. So that should be fun. Probably either like May, I would say, or by the middle of this month. How is Sammy's new job? I think he still loves it. I mean, he's still learning lots of new stuff. It's definitely chill because it's with Francois all the time. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil into there. I know. I don't even know what color the apron's gonna be yet or nothing. I just let him pick like all the colors and just told him to make it really nice. Okay, so next up is our pork tenderloin. So there's a special way that we're gonna cut this so that it kind of comes out flat. Just grabbing a different knife. Probably gonna end up using the scimitar today, guys. Craziness. Yeah, exactly, Tristan. Like, I want to see photos of all this. It's gonna be awesome. And yeah, you don't have to just use it in the kitchen. Like, you could use it when you're working on cars or really whatever. If you're out gardening. You guys, the sheath is coming off. It's terrifying. Just prepping my station. So I got some paper towel, obviously a plastic cutting board to protect my wood one so we don't get any of the pork juices on there. Sounds good, Super Kates. Have a great nap. I'm jealous. Naps are life. All right, this is looking good. I'm gonna take that off the heat and let it start to cool down, and then we'll season it up once it's cooled off. Smells really good, I have to say. But the other smell that's coming through right now is just your lemon pepper on the eggplant. It's hilarious. Okay, so pork tendies. So if you guys were in stream yesterday, you kind of know a little bit about silver skin. So here's a better way to look at it. So it is really shiny and obviously not the fatty part of the meat, which is the good part. So we have to clean that off first because that is chewy. And then we will have to just trim up this little piece that's kind of falling off. So might as well just take that off now. And then like always, just insert your knife a little bit underneath the silver skin and just go along the meat and then cut it away. Trying to get the least amount of waste as possible here. You want nice, smooth knife strokes as well. Okay, so that's done. We'll do one at a time for now. Throw that piece just back in the bag. And then all we gotta do now is, what we're gonna do is starting at the bottom of the piece of meat, we're gonna make a little slit about 1/3 of an inch thick and then start to kind of just roll the meat open. And then we'll have like the flat piece of pork tenderloin instead of it being rolled up. So I don't know if the boning knife is gonna work better for this or if the scimitar will. So let me just start. So make it sure it's all nice and flat on your board. Start by making the slit like that. And you're just gonna kind of want to open it up. And if you want to practice this technique, it's pretty easy to do like on cucumbers, I would say. Something round and large like this. So there you go. One piece is butterflied. I think I did pretty good, honestly, for my first time kind of doing that. So we're gonna put that one aside. I don't think this big knife is actually needed. So I'll just wipe that off afterwards because I didn't touch any of the meat with it. And we'll put this one onto the piece of paper towel so that it stays dry. Okay, so once again, start by just cutting off any pieces that are kind of hanging off. So this piece is kind of just hanging there. And it's attached to the silver skin up here. So let's just cut that off. See how easy that kind of came off? The two muscles are just separated. So I'll cut that off there, because that's not really gonna stay on at all. Now it's time to get our silver skin off. And that's it. That looks good. So on to the butterfly. Everyone's with me still? I know it's quiet. It means you guys are paying attention or what? This is quite a long piece, so I'm just gonna do it this way instead so I don't mess up my board. Let's start this way. So once again, make an even slit all the way along the bottom. And then just kind of roll it open. So I'm supposed to be receiving the proofs of the emotes today, guys. And honestly, if I have to ask for them one more time, I don't think I'm gonna use my guy anymore. 'Cause he's kind of just delaying like my progress, right? And nobody got time for that. Like, I don't get paid to do this, right? Or at least not very much, so it still is making me look bad, which I don't like very much. Trying to stay ahead of the game here. Hey, so you guys are good with that, hey? That was honestly not as bad as I thought it would be. So if he sends the proofs to me today, Tristan, then I have to send them into Twitch still to get approved. Which could take 2 weeks like last time it took, or Death said sometimes it even takes like a month. Which I really, really hope it doesn't take that long. I was honestly gonna ask you, Death, because I do love your emotes that you have. So if it doesn't end up working out, I'll definitely be coming to you. Because I do not have those skills. I mean, yeah, there is a way that I could do them myself, just I'd have to end up buying the programs and everything like that as well. Okay, let's add some salt into our mushroom mixture. We don't want it overly salty because we are going to still salt the pork. So I'll bring that over for us. Salt and pepper for the win. Okay, I'm good with that. So before we start to stuff it, we're just going to season up our meat real quick. Hobes. Yeah, I for sure beat that meat up. Watch out. Oh, I know, guys. Death's emotes are awesome looking. It's honestly just so weird using this coarser sea salt to season with. I don't like it as much. Not the same. Do we like salt? Of course. Gets a little salty up in here sometimes. So let's spread our mushroom mixture in half so that each piece of meat has about the same amount. This honestly does look like ground beef now that you said that, Tristan. Just gonna use my hands to spread it out. You wanna get like a pretty good even layer all over the piece. Keep it nice and thin so that we do get those nice rolls when we roll it up later on, and you can see the pork and the mushroom intertwined. And then, like I said, I'm gonna tie it today. Do a little bit different stuff. We're at 4 o'clock now, so I better not waste too much time. I got a new follower. Okay, my hands are obviously dirty, so I'm not gonna check right now. So all we're gonna do is keep this nice and tight and then just start to roll. Like that. Obviously we can't really see inside right now, but we'll just try and keep it together, and then I'll tie them both at the end. Yeah, Kush is roaming around here. I think because she knows it's her dinner time soon. Okay, next piece. I don't think this piece is as big as the other one. So let's see what happens. Mad King Matt. Yeah. We're making meat joints today on Cook with Kate. So I actually just saw that there is a cannabis dinner pop-up in Vancouver that these two guys are doing. I think there's like 4 or 5 courses, and it's $120 a person. Like, I don't know if that's worth it. But the ideas are already flowing with that stuff. Is it for the dog or for our date? I mean, you and me, we're not going on a date. So I'm straight marinated, bro, but thank you for the consideration. Doggo would for sure love this, I think. She's looking at me like she wants some. Give that a little twist. We're looking good. Okay guys, just gonna dump those mushroom pieces off so that our pork stays nice and clean on the outside. Wash my hands real quick. That was the eggplant timer. Aw, that's so nice of you to say. Searching for the butcher's twine. I know that we had some somewhere. Actually, we might be out of luck, guys. We are shit out of luck. Well, I mean, definitely not gonna work the same. Unless it's magically over here. That's a nope. Okay then. We're gonna be using plastic wrap then. Resetting the eggplant timer for 10 minutes, guys. Why would I watch your Fortnite stream when I'm cooking? That doesn't really make sense to me. Okay, so big piece of wrap. Put our piece of pork on there. And then we're just gonna wrap it up tight, roll it again. Like so. And then grab our ends. And we're just gonna roll it away from us. And keep making it really nice and tight. And then we're just gonna tie our ends. I know, Tristan. Okay, after I get the pork in the water, I'll give her some food because I know it's that time for her. Okay, here's our one roulade. So you can see a little bit where it's rolled there. But doing it this way is still better than not kind of tying it up at all. Keep it tight. Hello, Chief. I didn't know you were in here. You sneaker. I'm still upset that there's no twine. Like, a little bit rattled right now. So I swear there was some in that drawer before. So I don't know what's with this day, but she ain't going the way that it's planned. Tris, you're bad. Good old meat cigars. I'm definitely gonna take a hard pass on that one, Curious. Or Carlos. I think I'll be way better without doing that. Okay, we did it, guys. Guess what, though? I was an idiot and did not season the second pork tenderloin before I put the mushrooms on. So off my game today. Okay, so next thing we gotta do is preheat our sous vide. That's really aggressive, and I'm having none of that. No, I don't have kids. Okay, guys, I'm just setting up the app right now for the ANOVA. So we want $135. And that's like a medium rare. And then we're gonna go for an hour and a half. You can go anywhere from 1 hour to 4 hours for this. But I find the best texture is like around an hour and a half. Especially for something that's just as tender as like a beef tenderloin. Hey, you know what, Anova? I'm just gonna do it myself. Okay, seriously though, guys, today this stream is not being friendly to me. Really? Of course. Well, you're still getting banned, just so you know. I don't want to deal with this shit today. Okay, let's carry on, guys. I can fully understand those days where streamers are just like, I'm done, and just like randomly quit off their stream. Seriously. Okay, sous vide is heating up. For some reason, my app's not working either, so. Next thing we're gonna do is prep our sauce for the scalloped potatoes. Okay, Death. Well, I just didn't want to make you mod, because sometimes you're not always in here. But thank you, sir. Can see that people have nothing else better to do with their day. Okay, so melt butter in a large saute pan or a pot over medium-high heat. Add an onion, which is going to be thinly sliced. So good old julienne for you, Mia. And then we're gonna saute it. It says until it's soft and translucent. I'm probably gonna take it a bit further just to get a little bit more flavor into our scalloped potatoes. Then we're gonna add a couple of cloves of garlic after that. And then stir in a 1/4 cup of flour. So that's gonna be our thickening agent. Honestly, am I gonna actually get any cooking done today though? You actually get to see Kate rattled today. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, eggplant is looking good. It's okay, Death. It's honestly fine. I'm not upset at you. This shit is looking dry and not very appetizing. I think I'm just gonna drizzle on a little bit more olive oil. Those ones are done. I'm gonna take off any pieces that are kind of starting to burn. Drop all the food. Yeah, well then what are we gonna have for dinner though? Because everyone else is out, so no one else is gonna cook dinner. I'm happy that you're here though, honestly, Tristan. I definitely can't call myself a chef if I get upset at like one bad thing that someone says to me. Okay, let's do 8 more minutes and then all of that is coming out. Are we adding the liquid to this pot? So we need a pot big enough to fit 1 cup of stock and 2 cups of milk. I think we're still good with that, guy. So we will carry on So first things first, we got to slice up our onion. And then I still have to just make sure that I put our pork into Ziploc bags before we cook it. Oh, I know that the Tros will always be here. It's just always more difficult when I don't even have my chat on my desktop. Super hard to type on an iPhone because it always wants to autocorrect every time you type someone's username in. We're gonna power through though. Hey Fiscal, what is up? Hope your day is well. Okay guys, just Julian here. Gotta just work a little bit faster right now, otherwise I think I'm gonna fall behind and then dinner is gonna be really late, which I don't want. Oh yeah, I don't even know how they mod Ninja's chat. It's true, Tristan. I don't think the trolls can even like get in there though, because it's pointless. Like no one's gonna read what they say anyways, right? So medium-high heat for our pot. Says we need some good old butter going in the mix here. 3 tablespoons worth. Looks about right to me. You can't even type in his chat unless you're sub. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. It only makes sense. He's got no time for the trolls. So onion is going into the pot. Whew. Wasn't strong until just now. I scooped it in. The eyes are burning. We don't want to go too high of heat here because the butter will brown really quick. So you don't want to burn that. We'll let those cook and then we'll prep everything else for our sauce. Yeah, Twitch does have quite a few people that will hop in your chat if you're bigger like that. Okay, we need more garlic. Delicious garlic. So it said 4 cloves, but these are pretty small. So I'm just gonna do 5. Good old smash and peel. There are no stupid questions. There are never stupid questions. And yes, garlic is part of the onion family. See, you already knew the answer, Tristan. You got this, bro. Harry, hello. What is going on? How was your day? We're chilling. We're just making some of the scalloped potatoes right now. I already did the pork earlier, so you missed that, bud. So we also need some thyme, but we'll deal with that later. So why don't I start to prep our chicken stock? Give these guys a little stir as I'm walking by. We're gonna do veg stock, guys. Been playing Fortnite all day. That's amazing. Okay, that looks way better. Eggplant is definitely done now. So oven can come off. This can kind of just cool off as we continue the rest of our stuff. So 1 cup of really hot water to make our veg stock. And then I still gotta feed Doggo, guys. He's getting antsy. Show me what you need. Okay, ready, guys? What do you need? Can you speak? Ah! Okay. Okay. Sit. Just wait. Wait. Okay. Guys, I'm literally getting yelled at right now. Hey. Sit. Sit. Can't get it, girl. Can't get it. Gone. Good girl. Slow it down then. Hey, Rush! Glad you're in here, dude. I just saw that you're here. Currently feeding my dog. How's it going? Hopefully not as busy with work. Yeah, she's a crazy little doggo. She's super happy though, it's true, guys. So Rush, I'm just prepping up some veg stock to go in with the scalloped potatoes later on. I'm gonna make kind of like a loose bechamel sauce, I guess. So we're just currently cooking off our onions. And we'll make our sauce with our onions in this pot once they're nice and softened. And then we're doing, yeah, Death has just got swords everywhere. We're doing up a pork roulade. So I can quickly show you that before they go in. They are those, and then I just stuffed them with some mushroom duxelle. So mushrooms and herbs cooked together. You have too many channels to mod now? That's amazing though, that's a good problem to have. Yeah, Tris, you love hearing her drink her water still? I know everyone says she like drinks water so loud. Was that good? You gonna survive now? Death is catching up to you, Rush. He's got that mild status. Yeah, it's weird to not have anyone else in here though, but that's why I got you, Death. Okay, that is good. It's evenly mixed. That's amazing, Fiscal. Multitasking at its finest. Hey, this stuff is sizzling. So we'll add the garlic in pretty soon here, because this is getting nice and softened up. And then I'll get some milk out as well. I know. I would make Rush a mod for sure. But I feel like he's too busy with everyone else. But you guys are, you're trusted. I know that. So cold and rainy. Yeah, it was not super nice today either here. I mean, it didn't rain, which is good for me because I was working outside. But it's just like super overcast and crappy out. Where's the sunshine? Okay, let's mince our garlic in. It's gonna be super garlicky. Then we still have to grate some cheese. And then we will slice our potatoes after that. And we have about half an hour until we need the scalloped potatoes in the oven. So we're doing okay still, guys. We're still good. We're not behind yet. The only thing I am a little worried about is the sous vide. But like I said, you can sous vide the pork within an hour and it'll be cooked. So don't fret too much about that. It's like 1 degree away from being ready though, so I'm not worried. Okay, while we are waiting for the garlic to cook a little bit, let's prep our pork. So we're gonna put it into the plastic bags. And then lower it into the water, and then that will push out any remaining air that we have stuck in there. Ta-da! Pretty much vacuum sealed. I have to say though, without having this tied, I'm pretty worried about it actually like coming apart later on when we slice it. Not happy about that situation, guys. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, pork is in. That is good. I will set my timer and then catch up and chat with you guys because I had my back turned. I'm gonna do 1 hour, 20 minutes. Okay, sounds good, Rush. Seriously, thank you so much. I know, sous vide tonight, Polsh. You've never tried it, but I think you would seriously love it. Oh, we're getting some good color in the bottom of this pot. Want to make sure that we keep kind of stirring that around so it'll caramelize evenly. Then we need 1/4 cup of flour. Is going to go into there next. So not a lot of flour, so it's not going to make it super pasty. It's just going to keep the sauce kind of from splitting when it bakes in the oven. Holy smokes, Tristan. Okay, so you're just letting me know that it's good. Do a pita wrap. I have done pita before in previous streams, but definitely would like to do another one sometime soon. And we will need a whisk here, guys. We don't want any of that flour to kind of lump up when we're making our sauce. Real hot guy. Welcome in. Okay, Rush. You have a great night, dude. As always, thank you for stopping in. Oh man, yum. Okay, I think we're there. I think we're there color-wise. It's like nice golden brown. So flour is gonna go in. I'm just gonna stir that in And then we are going to pour in our milk and the stock. So we can do the stock first and then just use the same measuring cup to measure out the milk. Sounds good to me. -15, that's frozen. Flour's in. I'm just gonna turn down the heat a bit as well. And this stuff is gonna get really kind of dry, which is good. Make sure everything is mixed around, and then scrape the bottom of the pot as well. That's where all our flavor is at. Scrape off our spoon with our whisk. Don't know if I'll be able to whisk this just yet. Those onions are for sure gonna get caught up in it. Yum, sweet and spicy. I know I've never really made an eggplant dip before. So I'm excited to see how this turns out. I mean, I hope we have time to get to it. I think we will after we get the potatoes in the oven. It's what I kind of planned, to take up that time while things are cooking and I don't have much to do. Okay, so we're just gonna keep stirring that to make sure that there's not any lumps. And see how it's getting thick, yeah? Okay, 2 cups of milk. It says 1% or 2%, but I don't see why homogenized milk would not work. Oh, Death. You're in Cali. That's amazing, dude. Seriously. Need to come and drive down and see you. Well, I think it'll be similar to what you're thinking of, sweet and spicy. So now, let's turn our heat back up to like a 3 out of 6. And then we are gonna have to watch this and keep stirring pretty frequently, because the flour tends to like to stick to the bottom when it starts to cook out. So you wanna make sure we keep that suspended. Whisk was not needed, which is shocking, because the sauce is not looking lumpy at all. Okie dokes. So it says 1.5 teaspoons of salt. This seems like a good amount. We might need more. And then to add the thyme. So because this is gonna bake, I don't really have to chop the thyme down at all. I'm just gonna take it off of the stem and put it into the sauce. Going like more rustic today, guys. And then our salt and pepper. Probably gonna do 2 teaspoons of salt, because this is a big pan of potatoes. Potatoes are gonna take in a lot of salt to season them properly. And as much pepper as you want. Do a little or a lot. It's up to you. That is looking really good though. Yeah, that is so warm, Tristan. I don't even know if I could handle that year round. Okay, so cook the sauce for an additional 1 to 2 minutes until it barely begins to simmer around the edges. But it should thicken, it says. And then remove from the heat and set it aside. So we might as well start peeling our potatoes while we wait for that. And then we're gonna use the food processor to slice them. Hopefully it works out well. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna end up slicing it by hand. But it should work. I mean, it's what it's built for, right? We will pray. This recipe, she used Yukon Golds, which you don't really have to peel because the skin is a lot softer. But I like to do russets in mine. You could even do red potatoes if you wanted. I'm sure that would be good too. Just remember that a recipe is always a guideline. Polish, it actually gets that warm there. I did not think it got that warm up there. No consistency and temperature. I think that would bug me. Every day you just like don't know what to dress yourself in. Tristan, how did you know? She came like slithering in. So whenever it's just me and her here, I don't know why, but she doesn't like all of our like kitchen equipment that I use. So she just like sits on top of Sam's pillow and watches out the window until they get home. It's adorable. And then she just comes and visits me for snacks. Yeah, exactly. She's like, is she peeling carrots? I gotta go see. It kind of does look like her, hey? Considering she has like her little white face mask now that she's older. It's pretty accurate. crushing it. The last one. Done. Done, done. Oh man, Posh. I bet that tastes unreal. It's not too spicy. Oh, that's the scale, Tristan. So like I have a little digital scale that I use typically when I do baking of any sort. And it makes this little beeping noise that sounds super similar to like the smoke detector. And she just hates any beep of that pitch. So she thinks it's a smoke detector for some reason. And it's just so silly. Okay. Yeah, I guess the frozen peppers, that's a great way to use them up, hey? I'm so glad that you did try it. Okay, this is almost simmering. So we are going to set up the food processor. I'm gonna put this cam back up. Posh just looking like right at you guys. She's like, what's going on? So I read the directions earlier of how to do this, and I think that is how it's supposed to be put together. Really, Death? I mean, I don't usually freak out. It has to be Betty that does that. Betty's the little scaredy cat, I think. Okay, that did not work. Slime it around. Let's do this. Sweet! Okay. Will this still work? Or I think I have to cut the potato small enough to fit into this little hole. I'm so used to like a commercial food processor. Okay. The blade isn't going though. This does not make sense to me. Yo. Okay, food processor's not getting used for that. But I'll still use it for the hummus. I can feel the flour is starting to stick to this pot on the bottom. So, let's grab our baking pan. I'm just going to start to thinly slice the potatoes and obviously try and keep them all the same thickness. I mean, it has the adapter piece in there, but honestly, I'm not going to fool around with it. Done with the technology today, guys. So, do they say how thick to slice our potatoes? 1/8 of an inch. That's pretty thin. Probably gonna do like 1/4. So something like that, I think, would work great. If you do it too thin, it's just gonna fall apart. Just the most important thing here is to keep them all consistent in thickness. Then we're just gonna throw them into the pan and not rinse them or do anything like that. Yeah, it's thick. Keep stirring this sauce. Rev, welcome in, man. Hope your week is going swell. Biggest pet peeve is when I slice something and it falls over the other side of the blade to where I'm cutting. It's the little things, guys. Okay, I may or may not have peeled too many potatoes. We'll see. So quiet in here today, but I know why. It's because everyone else, like every other food streamer, is streaming right now. We all went on around the same time, I think. And that is okay with me. Just add a brick of cheese to the potatoes and we're good. Yeah, I'd be so down. Cheesy potatoes for the win. It was extreme in here last time. I don't think you made anyone feel uncomfortable, Rev. At least no one said anything. Which I hope they would. Death is watching all of the streams. I love it. The ultimate cooking show viewer. Okay, so this is an extra potato. I don't think that's needed because this is pretty full. And we still have to put sauce and cheese into the mix. The flour still wants to stick to the bottom, guys. So all I keep doing is like scraping it back off so it doesn't burn. You'll be good, Rev. Rev, you're always good. You're fine. Don't even worry about it, man. Okay, so cheese. You gotta cheese it up. So 2 cups of cheddar grated and then half a cup of parm. So it says spread half of the potatoes in an even layer on the bottom of the pan. Top with half of the cream sauce. And then sprinkle with 1 cup of the cheddar and all of the parm in the middle. Holy. Top with the remaining potatoes and the other half of the sauce, and then top it with the rest of the cheddar cheese. And it says bake with foil on for 30 minutes, and then remove the foil and bake for like another 20 minutes until the potatoes are cooked through. Okay, we'll take some of these back out. I got 10 minutes to put this ish together and get it in the oven. So we gotta quickly grate up some cheese. And then we'll carry on. Get those evenly spread out, as they said. Okay, sauce just came up to a simmer, pretty much, so I'm just gonna turn it off. And it can chill. We gotta get some cheese, girl. She's so ready for cheese. Luckily the parm is already grated for us, so that saves me some time. Watch out. Watch out. Moving on over. The little chosen one. Oh man, pepper jack cheese. That sounds good. I was eyeing up the like little piece of matzah I have in the fridge as well. What makes a roulade? It's okay, you're not a peasant, so don't worry about that, Rev. A roulade basically just means that you're rolling a filling into something. So it can be like meat rolled with anything in the middle, or it even can refer to like the jelly roll cakes that have like the thin layer of cake with the icing kind of in the middle there. Ah, that did not work out as planned. That's such a good question, Rev. Oh, you're gonna do the lamb in the rotisserie little oven death? You're sick, and I love it. Tristan, lamb is definitely an acquired taste. Like, my dad does not like lamb very much at all. But he did eat the moussaka that had lamb in it. He said it wasn't his favorite, but it was still good. And it definitely depends, like, on the quality of the lamb that you get as well. Because if they let it get too old, then it tastes way more gamey. And then that should actually be called mutton instead of lamb. And mutton's definitely more popular in the UK. Oh, lamb pizza with goat cheese. Yum. Or lamb tacos. Okay, I think that's good for cheddar. Is there a different term for the soup version? I don't know the soup version of a roulade. I seriously don't. Can we not, Siri? It's true, goat cheese isn't for everyone either. Homemade apple pie. Any dessert streams? Yeah, for sure. Some days if I'm not doing like a ton of technical cooking stuff, I'll throw in a dessert. Definitely should make an apple pie soon though. I'd be down. Okay, these are our cheese snacks. Apple pie like an American pie. I don't know about that one. Okie dokes, guys. So oven is going on to 400. That's what we have to set it at for our potatoes. I'm gonna start by pouring in our sauce. So it said half to start. It does smell really, really good. I have to say that. And then obviously using the veg stock instead of cream for some of it is gonna help it to not be like as rich. I'd rather have cheese than cream. Yum. I love how this parm just like has a pour spout. That is not safe for work. And the shavings are massive. Half a cup, they say. I say just sprinkle it until you're happy. Yum, it's so stinky. So now we're gonna layer our potatoes in. You've never seen parm like this. I got it from Costco. Yeah, it's called parm petals. And this whole thing was like 13 bucks for 600 grams, which I think is a pretty good price for parm. And if you treat it right, it should last you like months in the fridge. So it just makes more sense for us to buy these bigger portions, right? It's a lot more cost effective. Definitely happy I didn't cut up that other potato, so we would have been overflowing. Like, I like pushing the limits on these pans, but I don't want to make a mess in the oven either. Okay, so the rest of the sauce. Scrape out all of the deliciousness. I just gave it a taste. It's like perfectly seasoned. The only thing I might do is kind of just spread this out. And then obviously keep in mind that the potatoes are also going to release a little bit of liquid as they cook. So I know it looks maybe a little bit dry to you right now, but thou shall not worry. This recipe has like over 500 reviews on it, so it's trusted. The orderlies. What does that even mean, Rev? They carry nets. Shake the rest of the cheese in there. And then give the wax paper to Doggo to clean. Okay, so all we need now is some foil. It's looking so good with our new clear cheddar. We did it, guys. We actually did all of the things. You can hear her licking it. That's amazing, Chris. I was wondering, I was like, does that sound disgusting right now? Probably. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. That's a heavy pan. Okay. Yeah, that's good, girl. There's nothing left on there. No scraps. I'm just gonna do a mini cleanup now that we are well on our way. I'm gonna put just a couple of things away. And then it is hummus time. So shiny. Every time I read those words together, I just have to sing the Moana song. Okay, I'm gonna leave the garlic over here for the hummus. That's important. What kind of hummus doesn't have garlic? I was just asking about that, Rev. So I asked Sam the other day when I was trying to come up with the menu. Oh, that was too low. If I made scalloped potatoes before. And both of us, like, we looked through my Instagram and everything like that, and we couldn't find them. So I'm gonna be pretty upset if I've made scalloped potatoes before on stream. Because I really didn't want to make the same thing twice. Or at least try and go as long as possible. Dang it, Rev. See, I had a feeling I did it before. I couldn't remember. Hey, those guys are going in. Half an hour. See you later. Death, you don't remember it? Okay. I mean, I've done shepherd's pie before. That was really cheesy and amazing looking. But if I did scalloped potatoes, it had to be like quite a while ago. Tristan, why does hummus make you think of like hand sanitizer? That's hilarious. Tristan, you remember the scalloped potatoes too? Oh man. Okay, well there's no photo evidence, so we're safe. Okay, what is... Oh, hummus. Yeah, like pumice stone. Okay, that makes more sense. Just checking the timer. 40 minutes left. And these guys should be home pretty soon. Before we do the hummus, why don't I just make sure that our sprouted broccoli is dealt with first so that it's quick and easy to cook later on. Hummus took you a while to like. You just started adding lemon and strong peppers. Yeah, I mean, that's the best part about hummus. There's so many variations on how to make it. Lamb barley stew you can deal with, but hummus, no mas hummus for Rev. That's it. Well, at least you tried it though. That's the important part. Okay, so I believe all we have to do is trim off these kind of wilty stems. Honestly, this looks more like kale to me than anything. Hey? Maybe they're tricking me, guys, at the farm. They're just calling it sprouted broccoli, but really it's like the kale tops. Either way, whatever. I bet you Posh is gonna like these stems though. You think it looks like marijuana? I know, hummus takes a lot of olive oil, hey? More than people think it needs. Like, yeah, it's quite high in protein and healthy, but not with the amount of olive oil it takes to, like, make it actually taste good. That's pretty sad that the store-bought stuff is dry. It's kind of picking out whatever yellowish leaves there are in here. Look guys, we got flowers. Pretty yellow flowers in our veggies. Definitely looks like rabbit food. Was that a good stem? Well, the stem is gone, so I think she loved it. She's into it. I really think it's kale because it's leaving that like weird kind of film on my hands after I touch it. Especially this one, like, hey, that's not broccoli. Honestly, the stems are really sweet though. I just tried one. And it does taste like broccoli. I like it. I'll allow this. Okay, gonna use a very large pan for this. Oh, the onion got petrified to the stovetop. And I'm just gonna put those in the pan for right now. Kind of spread them out. I guess we'll kind of like saute / steam this, because I will end up covering them while I'm cooking them as well. But that looks good. If I want an uncomfortable rant. What's up? What's going on, Rev? What was that channel that presented seaweed you left us in? What? When was that? Do you remember who it was, Rev? Or was it just last night? I don't think so. Very unbarbarian type food. Dead. We are dead. Okay, not gonna do much else with that right now. Let's get on with the hummus. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is blitz up the eggplant. Get it nice and softened. I know it looks like there's so much here, but it's probably gonna blitz into like nothing. Checking to see if I missed anything lately. Nope, we still good. All right, let's go. down. That did not take long, but I'm gonna get it smoother than this. Kind of scrape down the edges. And then let me grab a lemon. We should actually be able to blend the chickpeas into there. It's not looking too thick or crazy. How is Rando doing? I know, thanks for asking. So they just got possession or keys to the new house today. So he's been really busy packing stuff up and trying to move them over. But I think he's doing good. He said he had a headache the other day when we talked to him, which is not very good for him. That means he's kind of like stressing out a lot, but I hope he is well. I know, we miss him in here for sure. Just gonna open our cans of peas. Then we're gonna strain out that liquid as well. But you know what? I might just add a little bit of this chickpea liquid to the eggplant right now, just to see if we can get it a little bit more smooth before we put them in. Betty must be proud. I think so. She just wants to make sure that we're happy, I think. That's all. Let's go, can opener. You got this, bro. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna open this up. Put a little bit of the liquid in. And then strain the rest out. See how this mixes up. Seriously, one of my least favorite sounds. But it worked. It's definitely getting that texture that we want. Okay, so do you guys know that you can use the chickpea liquid instead of egg whites if you're trying to make something vegan? So they can help to like coat stuff if you're wanting to do like a vegan style breading. But they also whip up like egg whites. Very, very interesting. I just learned that last year. Let's put the chickpeas in. lemon. And what else can I find in here? There's a little bit of dill and some green onion. There is a piece of charred leek, which I think would probably be good in there.
Hello.
Hi, Sammy.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Okay, so this is what we're looking at. All of the fridge scraps. Yeah, did someone say lemon? So that's from the other day. Give like a nice light kind of onion flavor instead of doing the raw onion. Hi.
Hi.
So we're just gonna slice this up pretty thin so that it mixes in easier. Yeah, I don't know what sounds better, garbanzo beans or chickpeas. Pick our dill. Ooh, that one's getting a little mushy. The hummus can go bad quick if you don't season it right. What do you mean, Rev? Okay, there's a little piece of green onion there. Let's do this guy because he's not looking very good. And then there's also these little pieces going bad as well. Bobby's murd. I got leeks grilled. All you need. What's in the dog's mouth? Posh, come here. Come here. She's got a bunny. Sit. Sit. She loves bunnies, guys. This is a fact. She's got an obsession. So like every Christmas, I just buy her a different little bunny toy. And she never destroys them or anything like that. It's adorable. So I'll slice this guy up too. Hopefully it doesn't make it too oniony. Perfect hunting dog. I know, Death. There was a little bunny in our backyard, I think about a month ago. Sam's like, let Posh out. And I was like, no, she'll for sure get it. I didn't want her to kill it. The problem with hummus is that everyone wants it their own style. You know it, Rev. We do what we want. Just do a traditional style. Yeah, that's true. That's a good place to start, at least. Okay, don't let me forget about this clove of garlic. That should go in. And then we're gonna squeeze our lemon in. So definitely we'll need all of this. You put your money on the rabbit. Yeah, it was dark out as well. But it was too cute. Like, she's caught pigeon before as well, which was hilarious, just like spitting feathers out everywhere after. Okay, let's do some squeezing action. We got 10 minutes on the scalloped potatoes until the foil comes off. Time's going by fast now. And believe me, we will need all this lemon juice because we did put quite a bit of olive oil in with the eggplant when it roasted. Oh, sweet and spicy, you're still in here. Yeah, if you use like just plain olive oil, it will taste so bitter. So definitely would pick extra virgin every single time. Let's try this, guys. Looking good. We'll just let that go. J Money! Hi! Tristan, you have huge rabbits? Hey, let's give this a little scrape down. But it's definitely working. It looks really, really good. Don't know how it's gonna taste, but the texture is right. And the eggplant is helping it stay moist. Cheesesteak taco? Yeah, I don't know, Rev. Okay, there's a few straggling chickpeas. So I'll just do one more scrape down. And one more blitz. Okay, let's see. I don't think there's any stragglers. Now we gotta taste it before we take it out. See if it needs any extra salt and pepper, which I think it will. It's pretty nice that I didn't have to add any extra olive oil to this, and the texture is still really nice. The motor, I know. Is it gonna die? We never know. Okay, guys, going in. It's like sweet and herbaceous. Needs a little bit of salt. I'm probably gonna blend it for a little bit more. Sorry guys. I can mute the mic if you want to not listen to it. And let's put some pepper in. And I think I'm gonna add just a touch of cumin for a little bit of a different flavor. Scalloped potatoes, I know, J Money. Have you eaten those before? You should be able to post links, Tristan. Did it not work for you? So a small amount of cumin, just because it is quite a strong spice. And then give that one more whiz. And we should be laughing. There's the link, Jay. Should be able to call it a day. The chef chick is hot. I didn't even look at the photo of her, Rev. I love how that's the first thing you notice. It's true. She's pretty good looking. Literally just skipped right past that. I definitely like the charred leek in here. Gives it like a nice roasty kind of flavor. But that might be from the eggplant as well, right? Let's let Betty try it. She'll probably be the one eating it. It's like an eggplant style hummus. Yeah, we all go back and look.
It's got some, like something wakes you up.
Really?
Mm-hmm. What's in it?
That's the usual ingredients. Lemon.
It's the lemon. It's like
weird. Is it good though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, hummus is good, guys.
Like maybe.
Oh man, Jay, it's so good. Like it's the cheesiest thing ever.
A little bit of salt.
It needs more salt.
I think so.
Okay. That's hilarious, Death. Yeah, I like the food better. You don't know her.
Tristan.
Yeah, he's back.
Tristan, you're back.
See?
What the heck? Where have you been?
Okay, one more whiz. And that's it. We're done. Done. Eggplant is too much. Rev, you're not a peasant. You just haven't tried all these things yet. I've never made this before. Like, I don't even have a recipe that I'm following. I'm just putting stuff in the thing in hoping for the best. Okay, finally done with this crazy thing. Clear off the counter, and I'm gonna do camera switch since it's almost time anyways. Our timer is just about to go off for the potatoes. Tristan, I love how you said you're in big trouble. It's hilarious. Yeah, you're in trouble now, man. That's it. Yep. That's good, Tris. Seriously. Good to have you back. Okay, let's take out these potatoes and see how they're looking. So now we get to uncover them, and they're gonna start to brown. It's a good thing not too much cheese stuck to this. No waste there. But you should pick it off if there is and eat it. So far it's looking good. It's bubbling. So let's do 20 more minutes and see where we end up. You don't have a social network to dismantle. What do you do? Just live your life, Rev. You got it easy, man. Okay, so let's get our hummus into our container. I think I'm just gonna try it with a cracker real quick. Everything's pretzel. Get a good scoop. Yeah, it's good when you contrast it with something crunchy. It's good, guys. Should you pay a fee for a dating site? I don't think so, Rev. It's so true, Jay. Like, people think that if they have a bazillion Instagram followers that they're, like, famous. Well, truth be told, no one really knows about you. Except your maybe 20,000 followers. But it is a cheap and easy way to market yourself. That's for sure. But it definitely can be overwhelming for a lot of people. guys. We got hummus for weeks.
Honestly, we should freeze some.
Days,
We
weeks,
should
months,
freeze some. I haven't even eaten all of the other
years. Years worth supply of hummus. You know that? Yeah, we'll probably freeze some of this later on. Won't deal with it right now. It looks like cookie dough. I wish, Tristan. That'd be amazing. Tris. Whole Foods and IKEA. That's where it's at. Okie dokes. Just gonna check my timer. And then probably gonna go for a bathroom break real quick. 6 minutes left on the pork. So we're looking really good, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, so for our pork tenderloin, we still need to get the pan out to sear it off after it comes out of the sous vide. So let's prep that. It's true. Screw the bars, guys. It's not worth it. Don't waste your time or your money. You gotta go, girl. Oh, it's starting to smell cheesy. Cheesy and delicious. Probably gonna use this lemon, zest a little bit of it onto our sprouted broccoli. So we can pour olive oil into this pan right now while we're chilling. Oh. Quite a bit of greens there, so I put a good amount of oil, and I'll put the salt in now as well, just to help it stay green. Just gonna keep that covered, and we're pretty much there. You worked at a bar? Kudos, Trist. Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Don't have the patience. But then again, I mean, I probably was one of those crazy drunk girls at one point. Happy to say, not anymore, guys. You could work at a bar? I mean, I guess it has to be a certain kind of bar, right? Because some bars are really awesome where you get to talk to a lot of people. And it's really social. And obviously the clubs are way different. Rev's back. How was your ciggy? Just rinsing out my chickpea cans and just gonna bring them out to the recycling. $200 to $300 a night in tips? That's nuts. So plenty of fish. I know people that have used that. Okay, there's our pork. Perfection. Turn that off. Do you know if we have butcher's twine? Or did we use it all up? I swore it was in one of these drawers, but I couldn't find it. Unless it like fell behind or something. But I swear. We do. Is it hiding? Oh, I see it. Ready?
It got pushed.
There it is.
Guys, we can save the pork. We can tie it up quickly. Now that it's cooked. I mean, it's going to be different, but we're still going to tie it up just so it doesn't fall apart when we sear it. Aw, Dongs. Seriously, I'm just happy you're here. Don't be sad. I know we all have jobs, right? That's true, Tristan. I would not want to deal with that, for sure. Oh yeah, these look good. Well, at least it's nicely rolled for me already, so it shouldn't be that hard to tie. Probably not gonna do the really, really fancy way of tying today. It's so true, Dongs, yeah. Why has that not been invented yet? Okay, let's do this real quick. There's about 8 minutes left on our potatoes. And the broccoli Sprouts should not take very long to cook. So our little saran wrapping worked really good because the bag is clean inside. A little bit clean. That's insane, Tristan. The mail order women. Okay, I'm just gonna open this up. And hopefully not too much juice comes out. Maybe I should do that over the pan or the plate. So this piece of meat is cooked between a medium rare and a medium, like right in the middle of that. And then you can kind of see how it's wanting to open up. So obviously that's not going to sear really nice, which is why I want to tie it up. We have to. Okay, let me just open this one as well, and then we can quickly wrap them. You knew a mail order wife? Holy Tristan. These stories that you guys are telling, very entertaining. Thank you. So we're gonna do simple tying today, guys. Not gonna do the fancy crisscross way. So all I'm gonna do is tie pieces of string long enough to wrap around the pork. Probably do 4 on each one. I just want to make sure they're around the same size. You wanted her to teach your brother Russian? Oh man. Yeah, enough said. Doggo, can you smell the meats? Do you see her face right now? What do you got? What are you doing? Now she has a different bunny, guys. Okay, 4 lengths of string for each piece. We're gonna be laughing, guys. So happy. I think I'm just gonna put paper towel down because the pork is quite juicy. What did you miss, Tristan? Yeah. Just kappa. Just cap it. So we're gonna lay out the string to like evenly wrap around the length of the pork. So kind of eyeball it to start. Should be good with that. This one stayed together really well. Okay, we need to adjust it just a bit. Oh, stuck to my hand. Okay, all we're gonna do is wrap it like this, make another knot, and call it a day. What is on the floor against the cupboard? This is a dragon of sorts. Posh is showing you all of the babies today. I don't know if you can see it. Has little eyes and a face though. Okay, I'll put it over here. I think that's a better spot. I'm not going to touch it because my hands are all porky. Is that your dragon? What's he doing? Rev, I thought you said you were going to be good. Such delete. What? But I'm happy you made it. How are you? I know you didn't miss it. Yeah, but you're gonna be excited. Look who's back. Back again. Oh, is that what you posted in Discord? Okay, I'm gonna check it out real quick after I tie up my other roast. Okay, so this one's done. We're gonna keep it nice and dry so that it sears up. And that's our scalloped potatoes. Oh man. Baby bubbling. I'm just gonna turn the oven off and let those chill until we're ready to plate up. What type of mushrooms? Good question, sweet and spicy. I did cremini mushrooms today. So something a little bit more mild, and then dressed it with some garlic, rosemary, thyme, and sage. Never leave again. I am not. Yeah, you're not allowed to, Tristan. Not even allowed. Okay, so this one's definitely falling apart, so it's a good thing we found the string. And you know what, Tristan? We are here for you. It's a team effort always. Okay, so all we're waiting on is to sear off these roasts and then start cooking our greens. And then we are ready to serve. That's good. I'll just move this guy over here and give this a dry off. Boom. The board stayed pretty clean. But you love when I make roulade? I know. I think this is the second time I've done it. So the mushrooms inside are pretty much the same as the duxelle we did in the Wellington. Oh, you watched the tiramisu stream last night? Yay! That makes me happy. Yeah, Twitch only keeps videos up for 2 weeks, but the rest of them, Tristan, are on my YouTube. There's like over 60, I think. No? Okie dokes. Let's turn on our greens to high. And then we need some vegetable oil in our cast iron to sear off our pork. And then we probably will need the splash guard as well. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch just automatically deletes the vids after 2 weeks. I mean, I'm sure I could go back on later and like re-upload them so they stay, but I'm fine with it. Aw, thanks, Trist. Yeah, thank you once again for resubbing. You're crazy, man. So our cast iron pan is going on. We want like a medium-high heat here, and then I will be turning up the fan as well, guys. Just gonna get some plates out. And some serving utensils. Oh, please. Clear this stuff out. Clearing out, guys. That's it. Oh, you're a little fiasco. They shipped them out today. Wow. Well, yeah, because it would make them look bad on their account, right? I can't believe they waited that long. Hello, Kitty. Hello. How are you today? Welcome in. Oh, she was upset. She was upset, Tristan. Tyler. We just finished the scalloped potatoes in the oven, and we are just about ready to sear off our pork roulade. And then we are also braising or sauteing our broccoli, or sprouted broccoli slash kale right now as well. So everything's just coming together, and I will be plating up within the next like 5-10 minutes. Starting to sizzle in here. Just gonna give this a little toss. So this isn't actually sprouted broccoli. It's just the kale flowers, Mom.
Oh,
it's like
really?
the toss of the kale. Yeah, I tried it. Posh loves it.
I'm sure she likes the little broccoli.
But the stems are actually like sweet.
Okay.
I thought they would be more bitter.
What kind of kale is it?
I think there's a bunch of different kinds. So there's like the flat kind, and then there's this kind, but none of the curly ones.
Kale's too nice in a row. How's Frank with that?
Frank's alright.
You're okay.
Okay, we're gonna recover that so it keeps steaming, because those stalks are a little bit tough. So you want to get those nice and tender. Cook you a goat's leg. I mean, that sounds delicious. can probably find some goat, but you have to find me and come and eat it then. You and your goats tonight. You guys are hilarious. You have no idea what I said apart from potatoes. Do you know what scalloped potatoes are? You want to cook its leg? Yep, you said it. You said it, guys. Okay, just gonna make sure all of my oil is spread out nicely in this pan. And then our pork is going in. As soon as it starts to smoke, we're good. Tyler, you couldn't. Chris Brown has a huge anime collection. Thank you for letting me know this. Oh, Tyler. It's not like I haven't heard that one before. Okay, oil is almost ready. And so is our broccoli. I like how it's getting kind of charred because we're sauteing it with oil instead of blanching it. I'm gonna take out a piece and try it real quick. I'm gonna shut that off. So it's gonna continue cooking with the lid on. And let's put our French herbs into here. So this is just like a little herb grinder. It's pretty cool. And I just grate them up nice and fine. So we'll finish with that and let the aromatics come to life. Our oil is smoking, so fan is gonna go up for a little bit, guys, while I do the pork. Hey Dylan, what's up? When do we flambe? We're not flambeing anything today, Doms. J Money. I don't know if ratatouille counts as anime, but I don't think so. You watched Ratatouille last night, Tristan? It's so good. Twice flambéed potatoes. I'll let you try that first and let me know how it goes. Okay, so we're just looking for a nice golden brown crust on the pork, which you will see when I turn it over one more time. But so far, it's looking good. But you like wrap? Yes. I knew that was coming. She will not have any of it, guys. What? Oh, I didn't know. This was my unimpressed face, by the way. Raptor pie. Was it, what do you call it? Master Chef Juniors? Because that's one of my favorite kids cooking shows. But you just read my mind. It was on Guy's Grocery Games. That's even better. Okay, a couple more sides to brown up. Tristan, what kind of dessert should I make next? What are you thinking, man? Yeah, Master Chef Junior is the best. Lady Dongs. Love it. Make the mousse cake. I really want to. Did you post that link in Discord, but? Or did you just post it in chat? That does sound delicious. You'll find it? Thank you. I would attempt that for sure. I'm into it. Okay, posting in Discord too. Love you. Okay, I am happy with the steer on there. Nice golden brown and delicious. I'm just gonna put in that little piece of pork that I took off earlier. And it should finish cooking while we chill. done. This pork view though. Steaming and glistening. Mofongo. I don't even know what that is, Raptor Kai. Like, how would they know? Probably because their parents made it for them. Yes, J Money. Yes. Okay. So I might as well take the scalloped potatoes out. They're looking too good. That's where we're at, guys. That's where we're at. That nuclear cheese, though, that's still bubbling away. Cherry pomegranate mousse cake. What? Say what? Okay, I lost my tongs somehow. Okay, you guys know that I need to take a couple photos before I destruct everything. Oh yeah, macarons. That's a good one too. Okay, I'm gonna cut the big one up and leave this little guy completely enclosed. So we have to take our strings off first. Definitely smell the mushrooms now. Tris, can you post that in Discord? Or get back into Discord and post it in there? Because I'm working off my phone again today. It's super annoying to try and do everything at once off of it. Okay, going in for the slice. Oh, that first slice though. I'm gonna give this a try. Mm-hmm. Doesn't need really any more salt, but those slices do look amazing. I'm happy I tied it up just so we can present it really nice like this. Oh, yeah.
But they won't. I'm sure she won't.
Like these middle pieces though. That is seriously perfection. I'm too excited right now. Yes, Trist, yummy is correct. Okay, I'm not gonna slice too much more or else it'll cool off really fast. Let's plate up our potatoes and greens. So I'll just be across the way. This edge piece right here though, I think that's the one. It does look a little bit soupy though, guys. In the best way possible, I suppose. I think it would be better if we had it tomorrow. All those juices would have got soaked up by the potatoes. But I'm still happy with how it looks currently. Ooh. Don't lose the spoon. Greens are definitely a little stanky. Oh. Stanky greens, they're good for you though. Just gonna do some crazy kind of plating here. Get some nice contrast. Let the potatoes still peek out a bit though. Should be a good amount. And I'm over here with you guys. Oh, J Money, you definitely need to try the scalloped potatoes. They are the bomb. Now all I'm doing is kind of arranging the pork so that we can fan it out over our greens. Then it won't really fall. Get one more piece on there. I think it was better that way still. And I think I'm just gonna garnish with a little bit of lemon zest and juice. Just to keep things nice and fresh, it'll contrast the mushroom and the richness of the cheese really well. And that's the plate, guys. Simple dinner, done well. Thank you, but seriously, thanks, guys. Now I'm just gonna go take a photo as always, and then we're gonna taste this together. Yum, yum, yum. Move over, pork. I'm coming in. Okay, guys. Let's start with the potatoes. We have to. Yum. So stuff we're looking at here for good scalloped potatoes. They're not crunchy, first of all. So they're cooked right. It's not overly salty. And the liquid, or the cheese, is not running all over the plate. So I know I said it looked a little bit watery, but it's not at all. And then sauteing the onion in with our kind of bechamel sauce that we made for this definitely helped to give it a lot of really nice flavor. Tastes nice and roasty. Now let's try a little bit of these greens here. They did go like a more pale kind of green color since they sat, but still gonna be tasty. It's like perfectly tender. Almost melts in your mouth. Okay, now a piece of this pork. I'm taking a piece from the inside. The contrast with the lemon zest helps so much. Just makes the mushroom flavor stand out a lot more, which may seem weird, but it's true, guys. You never know if you don't play with those flavors, right? Really, really good. And obviously the pork is cooked to like a really nice medium, so not dry at all. Okay, guys.
What's he talking about the music?
Oh, he was talking about months and months of scallops. That's hilarious, Tristan. Okay, that is it for the stream today, guys. Thanks everyone for being here. It was pretty quiet to start, but I see we have quite a few viewers now, so thanks everyone for popping in during my plating. And I will be back tomorrow, Wellness Wednesday. What am I making tomorrow? Turkey soup with the leftover turkey from Easter. And then I'm also gonna do some honey wheat buns and probably throw in some Eat More bars made from scratch. So stay tuned for that. My schedule is on my channel page as well as our Discord server link. So click on that if you want to get any of the recipes that I cook. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Should we raid somebody real quick, but who's on still? Chef de Partie. We can do Chef de Partie. Let's do it, guys. Thanks, Death.